Hello everyone, this is NS Alters, and today I'll be showing you how I painted this Fire Ice border extension altar. So I really like these split cards in Magic. I've seen some really beautiful altars where people can join the art. Unfortunately with this one, it doesn't really leave too much to be expanded on. Of course you can always get creative and blend things together, but for this altar, I was just going for a more traditional art extension approach. You'll notice how the blue side, I did the first pass of the background base coat layer, and that went on almost perfectly, and I'll be painting over it a couple times more, but on the fire side of the card, you can see that first layer wasn't very thick, and also these first few colors of blocking out the details, well, those are showing through a lot of lower layers as well. So it's just a nature of working with warmer colors like reds and yellows and oranges. They take lots of layers. So number one tip is to always water down your paints a lot and just do lots of small layers. And eventually you'll see by the end of the card, colors build up to the point where they look nice and clear and opaque. So the idea here was mostly just to take that art and blend it out. Now, since the original arts themselves don't really have a lot in common with each other, the way that I felt it'd be best to sort of try to join the arts was really just to make the arts feel bigger. So you'll notice that I added on the ice side a bit more flares of like frost coming off the sides of the explosion. And so those are sort of encroaching on the fire side. And then on the same way, the fire I'm adding in the middle section of the card encroaches a bit onto the ice side. So the same philosophy generally applies when you're painting down below the text box of a card. You can sometimes just take those motifs, stretch them out beyond the original borders of the card, and usually that looks pretty good. You can also just tell that I'm spending a ton of time on the fire side and not a lot of time on the ice. And again, that just comes down to warmer colors needing more layers to show nicely. So since I was expanding the frost on the middle side of the card, I'm pretty much just taking the same idea and just making the explosion feel a little bigger, adding more strands, adding a little more frost, and the final result is quite subtle as I ended up darkening down those frosty spikes at the end. That's what I'm doing there, just going over it with a watered down dark blue to blend it into the background. Last step, as always, is just to clean up those edges so that we get a nice professional finished edge. You can see there I went a little too far and I scraped off too much of the border there as well. You can always just go back, color match, and paint in those sides where you scraped too far. And then finally, just signing my initials. And we're done. And there it is. One Fire Ice ready for the cube. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, or if you'd like to see me alter a specific card, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.